Then came the real challenge, building a 3D-ish field of view system. Basically, I wanted a fake 3D effect, where objects scale up or down depending on their Z position to give the illusion of depth. In some of my earlier platforming projects, I used the classic scrolling method where the sprite goes to object coordinates minus camera coordinates, which works fine for 2D. I added a basic 2.5D perspective by multiplying coordinates by a camera Z variable, usually set to 1, so things kind of scaled, but it wasn't realistic at all. Here's the problem in math terms. I was scaling objects based on their Z depth, using a formula like size equals base size times Z, where Z was a value between 0 and infinity, depending on how far the object was from the camera. Where 1 is normal, 2 is closer, 0.5 is farther, and 0 equals, well, just gone. That sort of feels like perspective. Objects shrink as Z gets smaller. But it's not how perspective works in real life. If an object moves toward the camera by a constant amount each frame, say increasing Z by 1 every frame, then 1 times Z increases slower and slower as Z gets smaller. For example, going from Z equals 9 to ZD equals 10 increases the size by about 1.1 times. But going from Z equals 1 to Z equals 2 doubles it. So yeah, it's non-linear, but in the wrong direction. It starts fast, then suddenly slows at the end. But in realistic 3D perspective, as something gets closer, its apparent size increases faster the closer it gets. That's what creates the illusion of depth and speed. You don't want linear growth. You want exponential or reciprocal scaling. Instead of multiplying by Z, real projection uses something closer to scale equals focal length divided by Z plus offset, where objects speed up visually as they approach. That creates that nice smooth whoosh feeling when something flies toward the screen. After discovering Obvious Alex C's custom 3D math extension for Penguin Mod, I realized how much better a more accurate projection could look. I wanted to recreate that effect in virtual Scratch without any extensions. At one point, I even thought I'd need logarithms because I just learned how to use them to set audio speed based on pitch. I spent 30 minutes screen recording myself trying to figure it out using ChatGPT, but my phone deleted the file from my Google Drive. So, eventually I figured out a super clean formula that nailed the perspective scaling without needing extensions.